Hey guys, welcome back to Lucky Strike Tech. My name is Derek. Today we're checking out a 1080p portable monitor by DomyFan. Now this monitor isn't anything fancy, but it does get the job done on the go especially, and it does have the gimmick of being a touchscreen as well. The intention of this monitor is to plug this into your PC, laptop, even Android phone and take it on the go, and boy can this thing go. Today's video we're going to test every aspect of this monitor, the built-in screen, the responsiveness, the touchscreen, and the overall quality of the build. Spoiler alert, there is some major caveats about this monitor that you need to be aware of, so let's go check this out. First impressions just opening the box are really good. The entire body is encased in aluminum, giving a very high quality look and feel. The back has two different options for the stand, a two-stage adjustable set of feet, so you can mount it really anywhere along your desk or tabletop, giving it a more touchscreen tablet type of experience. It also has a stand on the bottom that is extremely adjustable. It can collapse all the way down, swivel 360 degrees, or rotate back and forth side to side. Now if you want to rock this thing in portrait mode, all you have to do is remove it from the stand by sliding it off this little metal piece and slide it back on the other side of the monitor, and boom, now it's in portrait mode. Big note, no VESA compatible connections here, so you are stuck to the stand, but it's a really nice stand, so I can't really complain. I will say the stand is a little bit stiff to move around just because it's a little tight and, just the quality is a little rough, but that just kind of adds to the sturdiness of the monitor so that when you have it on your desk sit down, when you're pushing on it, drawing on it, it doesn't really move very easily. You kind of use some pressure there, and it's really well made. It has very large bezels around the display, as you can see here, which normally I'd complain about because it does kind of hinder all the overall experience, but this is a 15.6-inch display. So there's really not a whole lot you're missing out on with these bezels, right? It's already pretty big. It's like the size of a laptop, a full screen laptop. There's plenty of real estate to work with already, so there's nothing to worry about these bezels. And honestly, if this bezel wasn't here with angles that I put this on my desk nowadays with watching my favorite shows, don't judge me, it would block some of the content with my keyboard or whatever in the way. So it's kind of almost like a bonus, I guess you could say, because you can rest it down, not worrying about it being blocked by something. It comes with two USB-C to USB-C cables and an adapter so you can use an HDMI and two USB ports, one for power and one for data, to plug in any HDMI compatible device. Funny thing, none of the devices in my house except for my work laptop actually had the ability to mirror using USB-C, which was super surprising because I thought if a laptop had a USB-C port, it could export display. Apparently not, and this is part of my complaint about USB-C, is that there are so many standards you may not even realize if the device is capable of a needed function without, of course, looking it up beforehand. I guess my Lenovo functions as a dated-only transfer, who would have thought? Having said that, this device would not have worked in my house at all if it didn't come with this adapter, so really good on them for including it and keeping that in mind when they designed this thing. This also allows it to plug into a power outlet so that if your device is low on power, you can power it on the wall and still use the USB and HDMI connection. The USB-C ports and cables were all really high quality, so I'll be hanging on to those for the foreseeable future if I can finally get a USB-C part on my PC. It has two sets of speakers at the bottom which aren't super loud but are considerably decent. Not a whole lot of bass and are a little tinny, but do the job in a pinch. Wouldn't recommend making these your primary source of audio though. Headphones are always the way to go in my opinion. It also has three additional USB-C ports on the side of the monitor, so really you can hook this up to your PC and you can use it as a docking station for other USB-C devices, which honestly is really cool. So plugging in a controller, phone to charge, or you name it, most likely will work just fine. Although I tried plugging in a USB-C docking station to this and it didn't seem to work, but that's like plugging in a docking station to a docking station, so that kind of makes sense. Let's get into the actual display. And first, I'll just talk about its brightness and how it looks. The display resolution and quality is actually really great. I actually enjoyed gaming on it. Maybe it's only, 1080p 60 Hz, but it gets the job done for small portable touchscreen display. It also uses an IPS display, so the viewing angles are superb as they should be, especially on a tablet where you can expect to put it on every angle possible. They kind of nailed it there, obviously, and it needed to be. It says it also has the anti-glare, and I can definitely tell. Most of the time I'm recording my videos, I'd notice the reflection of objects in the display. However, I didn't actually notice these in the clips when I was the one behind the camera. I think it only showed up on the phone display, which is kind of strange. So there isn't a whole big of an issue when it comes to using light or with the windows open. It has a 1000:1 contrast ratio, so the dark colors never feel washed out in any of my testing, but it only has a 72% color accuracy. So don't plan on doing any color correcting, photoshopping, or other editing work that requires us to have accurate colors. But despite those major flaws, the display looks great, and its size only helps it because the illusion of it only being 1080p is helped by the 15-inch size, allowing it to fit in your backpack or on your desk. Now let's get into what didn't work. The touchscreen. Well, the touchscreen is decent and does the job. The accuracy, speed, and responsiveness just really aren't there. I tested this against my work computer because my laptop's really fancy and it has, you know, a touchscreen monitor, which I never use anyway, but anyway, it's good to compare the two. And it was 10 times more responsive, more accurate, and I could use a stylus with it. So I did decide to take this to the next level. I went to Amazon, picked up a stylus there, and while this thing was pretty cool and actually worked well with my phone and other devices like my tablet, it did not work with the monitor whatsoever. I attempted to do some drawing or other light tasks, and most of the time it worked, and others it just really didn't. I would miss my presses, not press at all, and it felt very off. I did do some calibration in Windows, but that did not seem to help whatsoever. The display could barely keep up and even would not register the drawing part consistently. It's almost as if the display is calibrated for firm one-time presses and that's it. Even using my finger to draw had similar problems, but the stylus only exacerbated the issue. The stylus was designed for conductive touchscreens like phones, and it worked fantastic on my mobile devices like my tablet and my work laptop as well. But this specific tablet wasn't usable, and basically now just kind of a little bit of a waste of money. Just for your testing purposes, I did it for you guys. Oh well. Despite this shortcoming, this is a really fun little accessory, and I want to go over how I can see it being fully used. Alright, so let's get into some use cases here. For one, it can be really good for something like a Steam Deck, like a companion monitor. Like if you stream and need to scroll through different chats, it might get the job just done perfectly, because it's really responsive when it comes to just scrolling through text or scrolling through pages, just not very accurate with, you know, fine details. Or you could turn it into like a digital macro pad where if you like doing different commands with OBS or doing some kind of other media, you know, controls or volume on here, that'd be really cool. Like turn it into a digital mixer. That'd be a really good idea. What I did basically was had my Windows mixer up here while I was talking with my guys in gaming, so I could turn Call of Duty down, turn it up, or the other games down, or the chat up when I couldn't hear them during gunfights. It was really kind of a good convenient feature. I could also see this being used like on the side when you're watching videos. That's kind of what I've been doing with it, is like maybe I'm working on a project, maybe I'm building something, maybe I'm being creative or crafting something, whatever it may be, or drawing some Photoshop, making thumbnails. I'll put this on the side, have my shows playing on it. I can play pause when I need to, I can reverse back if I miss something, I can switch shows pretty conveniently. It's actually a really good little companion screen. Now, as far as what this is actually made for really is taking this on the road. So if you have a laptop that has USB-C capability, apparently the only one I have is my work one, this would be perfect for you because you could slap this right next to it, plug in one USB-C cable to your laptop from this, and you're good to go. You've got 3 additional USB-C ports that you need and you can use it for, and it powers on with the laptop, so you don't need to use any additional power adapters or anything plugged into the wall. It just goes from the laptop, turns on. It would fit perfectly in a backpack alongside of another laptop, maybe even its own case. That would be a really cool feature if this came with a case. That'd be pretty smart, to be honest. You could just throw it back in the box that it came in, but I think having it on its own is probably the best idea. Now, I do plan on taking this with me to a trip out to the East Coast, that I'll probably be using this for work when I'm needed to really be on call. And I also could see like if you had a mini PC, like one of those, I think they make AMD or even like an Apple mini Mac, like just plugging this in right next to it, slapping this thing on, sitting this right on top of it, boom, you've got yourself a portable PC, good to go. All right, so here's my final thoughts on the monitor. While it does have a fatal flaw of the touchscreen not being that responsive, it's still a great display for what it's worth. It's functional, compatible with most devices. You know, it does came with that extra cable that makes it compatible with other laptops and PCs, which came in really handy for me, honestly. So it's really flexible with all your needs, including, yeah, the stand's flexible, right? And if you want to check this out on your own, there's a link in the description down below you can go click on. It does come in a little pricey. There's a coupon you can get, and there'll be a coupon for my viewers in the description as well. But I think it's worth checking out if you do travel for work and need something quick and easy to just plug into your laptop. It's a cool little portable monitor that has its own stand that actually functions really well. And it could even work in your setup if you really needed it to. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I've got more content coming out every week. And also, I hope you like the new format of The Office. It's different than what you're used to. It's a different view, different angle, but I'm trying something new here. I think I'm gonna, start upgrading this stuff more often. My view count's going up, my subscriber count's going up. I really like your guys' support, and I want to hear more feedback on how you like my videos and the formats. Do you like more talking like this? Do you want to see more microphone, chatting? Do you want to hear more voiceovers, or do you like this new format I'm going with? My goal is to kind of mirror Short Circuit. overhead camera, camera in front of me, and I can do a dual unboxing all with one go. That would be really cool, and I think it'd be really fun to see my initial reactions with most of the tech stuff I get. But, you know, I only get a few hours a night to do this kind of stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching.